related to the plant, factories, and maybe utilities. Okay, so you can use plant maintenance module anywhere, means in any industry. Okay. Okay, so basically in plant maintenance module, we are doing the maintenance activity. Okay, so if you know, basically in SAP, different modules are exist for the different purposes. Okay, like a PS is the for the project system, and PP for the production planning, HR for the HR activities, transport for the logistic purposes, SD for the sales and distribution, IC for the utilities. Okay, on the same pattern, basically PM is a core purpose of the PM is basically for the maintenance activity. Okay, so in this, basically we are preparing a notification for maintenance activity, like a preventive, breakdown, and corrective. Okay, so yeah, so I'm coming to means just basics of the maintenance activities, and after that we will discuss the syllabus part. Okay, and maybe if you are interested, so we can start the after that means customization part also. Okay, yeah. So I'm sharing my screen, ma'am and sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
and I will try to explain you some brief of the basics of the maintenance. Okay, and after that we will discuss the syllabus part, and after that we will start the customization part. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. My screen is visual to you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mm, yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So first you need to understand the types of the maintenance. Okay, this is purely theoretical. Okay, means after that I think Vikas will create a group. So in this means in particular WhatsApp group, I will share the document also, means related to the theoretical part. Okay. So first we need to understand the basics of the plant maintenance. Okay. So the core part of the plant maintenance module is the maintenance activity. Okay. And we are doing generally three type of the maintenance activity. First one is the basically preventive, and after that corrective.
Sir, I cannot see what you're typing. Like,
Okay, so let me share again. So, hope now you are able to see my screen, ma'am.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sorry for. Okay, so I'm repeating again, ma'am and sir. Basically, in the plant maintenance module, we are doing the maintenance activity. Okay, so generally we are doing three types of the maintenance activity. One is the preventive. First one is the preventive. Second is the corrective, and after that the breakdown. Okay. Okay. So I'm taking some example to describe preventive, corrective, and breakdown. Okay. So basically, preventive, corrective, and breakdown is basically we are doing for the machines, which is basically already installed in the any plant or maybe any factory or company. Okay. So preventive is basically routine checkup. Okay, means we are doing a routine check of machines. Okay, like maybe suggested by OEM. Okay, maybe original manufacturer. Okay, like 1 month, 3 month, yearly, etc. Okay, so preventive is a basically routine checkup, just like our health preventive health checkup. Okay, so in this basically we note the some values which is basically provided by the OEM. Okay, and if you see, corrective is basically a maintenance as when as required. For example, you are working on a motor. Okay, so motor is normally producing no noise during the operation hours, but maybe at some time maybe motor producing a noise. Okay, so in that case, basically you require some oiling or greasing in the motor. Okay, after that you are able to do your work. Okay, so that is the corrective action. Corrective action is basically a small step to prevent breakdown. Okay, basically corrective is basically a stage between preventive and breakdown. Okay, means if you do some corrective action, so you can avoid the breakdown. Okay, so hope preventive and corrective is clear to you. Any doubt, ma'am? Answer. What is the preventive and corrective? May I take some other example?
No,
Okay,
sir,
sir.
got it.
Okay, yeah. Preventive is basically a routine checkup. Corrective
Yes.
is basically as when as. Okay,
Okay,
and
fine.
okay, yeah. And breakdown is basically a stage in which basically you are not able to perform your routine task or desired output. Okay, so in that case, basically you need some outage of the machine, and after that, some part replacement or maybe whole machine replacement. Okay, so breakdown is basically a stage in which you are not able to take desired output. Okay, or efficiency. Okay, so I'm taking another example to describe the preventive and corrective. Okay, so I'm taking example of a TV. Okay, like a LED TV. Example, or maybe I'm taking example of mobile phone. Okay, mobile phone. So in preventive case, basically you need to just visit the service center. Okay, so service center will check a routine health checkup. Okay, means your mobile routine. Maybe your mobile is working in perfect condition, but you are just doing a preventive check. Okay, so you need to just visit the service center, and service center will center will do a routine checkup of your mobile phone. Okay. Okay. So in the that in that case, basically your mobile is working perfectly, but this is a routine checkup. Okay, means your display checkup, your battery checkup, maybe your speaker checkup, just a routine checkup. Okay, and after that corrective action. Corrective stage is basically a stage in which basically you are facing some minor issue in your mobile phone, like you are not able to uh, perform your task properly. So in that case, you need to delete some uh, data or maybe some software from your mobile. Okay, so maybe you are facing some lag issue in your mobile phone. Okay, so you need to delete the data or some unwanted apps from your mobile. So after that, your mobile is basically in good health. Okay, and you are able to do your task in proper way. Okay, and third stage is basically a breakdown. Maybe your mobile phone's screen is broken. Okay, maybe your battery damage, maybe your speaker damage. You need to just visit the service center and submit your phone for the service part. Okay, so in this case, basically you need part replacement. Part replacement. replacement. Okay, so if you see, sir and ma'am, basically in preventive stage, your mobile phone is working properly. Okay, in corrective stage, maybe you are facing some issue, but you are still able to use your mobile. Okay, but in breakdown stage, you are not able to use your mobile phone. Okay, so this is basically just an example of mobile phone I'm taken. Okay, so hope maintenance basics of the maintenance activities is clear to you. That is the preemptive, corrective, and breakdown. Uh,
Okay.
Ma'am
Yes, sir.
and sir, hope
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Clear. Clear.
So yeah, so just give me 30 seconds. I have means one Excel in which basically I prepared some basics of the implementation. Okay, so I'm sure. So, ma'am and sir, basically, you have any idea about the implementation? What is the implementation? Any idea?
Mm,
No, sir.
Okay, and sir, you have
so basic idea I have.
okay, okay. Okay.
I
So
explain.
first explain me what is the implementation, and after that
Mm,
we will discuss some basics of the implementation. Okay. So, for example, you are basically SAP PM consultant, both. Okay, SAP PM consultant. Okay, so SAP PM consultant's core work is basically implementation of PM module in any organization. Okay, so for example, you have received a request from Vedanta to implement PM module. Okay, to implement PM module. Okay, okay. So first you need to understand the requirement of the Vedanta, and after that you need to do some field customization, designing of business process, okay, checking of the business process, and go live and support to Vedanta. Okay, means first step you need to check the requirement of the Vedanta requirement, and after that you need to check the business process, existing business process, existing business process of the Vedanta, and after that you need to design and customize the business, including necessary okay. After that you need to check the Okay. Design and customize the business process, including the necessary customization. After that, checking of all part
the chemical that you are providing also will be very
mentioned
much
in
good.
mentioned
Okay, so
part
the
3.
requirement of the customer, he
Part
will
3
say
is
it to
this
the
one,
third party.
and after that,
So and then
go live and
what he
support.
will do, he will just receive the quotations from the vendors.
Go live.
Okay, in
Okay.
quotation, what vendor will do, he will
Okay.
give the
So
price
if you check
and he will
means
give the
combination of
quality
all
assurance
5 steps
certificates
means
of the
gathering the
materials that he is
requirement
providing,
of the company,
and
and
also he
after
will
that
give his
check the existing
complete
business process of
address,
the company,
and then
and
the
after
terms
checking the
of
business
payments,
process of the
the
company, you need
agreements
to
that he
design
needs
and
to,
customize the
terms and
business
conditions
process,
that he
including
needs.
the necessary
Everything he
customization in the
he
SAP.
will do it in a one quotation
That is
form.
the third
Okay.
step. And after that you need to check
Likewise,
the
that
all part, all
shopkeeper will
design and
collect
customization in the
different quotations.
mentioned in the part 3. That is the fourth step. Okay. And
Okay,
after that go live and support. That is the
and he will
basically
just check on six
also
different quotations,
implementation.
and
Okay.
he will
Okay.
see who has the best price,
Okay. Means
Okay.
this
who has the best
means
quality assurance,
if you check
and
all
who
5
has
steps are basically
completely
applicable
genuine
for the
factory
implementation.
premises,
Okay.
and
And
who has
all the steps mentioned in this
who can
means for
satisfy
the PM is
the
also
2 days
applicable for the
deadline.
other modules. Okay, means
So
the steps
likewise, he
is
will just
same.
compare
Okay,
all
first you
different
need to
six different
uh,
quotations,
gather the
and he will
requirement,
select
and after that
one
you
of
need
the
to
vendor
understand the
for
business
this
process of the
requirement
organization,
fulfillment.
and after that
Okay.
you need to design the business process and
This is
customization
called the
in the
third
SAP,
party vendor selection.
and after that
This
Okay.
is how
you
he
need to
selects
check the
the
your
vendor
design
from six
business
different
process.
vendors.
Okay, and after that you need to provide the
Are you
go live
getting?
and support.
Yes.
Okay, that is the implementation. Okay, so hope implementation is
So
basic
till
of
third point
implementation
you
is
are
clear
clear,
to you.
right?
Yes.
Sir.
So
Yeah,
now
if you
what
have
the
any doubt,
shopkeeper
any
done?
question, please don't
Shopkeeper
hesitate,
has already
just
have the
discuss.
contact of
Okay.
the main vendor, that is one vendor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So if
So
you see
since
basically in
he
layman
is the
language,
shopkeeper
customization is
and he
basically
can't
sorry,
take the
implementation
decision
is
alone,
basically
he needs
means
to
if you see
ask
in
with the
layman language,
purchasing
basically
department of that
implementation of any
shop.
module
Okay.
means maybe organization have or not.
Consider
Okay, you need to just
you are giving the
design
order
the
to one of
business
the
process in SAP
worker in the shop,
according to the organization. Okay.
but the worker, he needs a
So for the
permission from the shop
implementation,
owner,
we are using
Yes.
because
three
shop owner
methodologies.
will release the
First one
payment
is the waterfall,
Yes.
and
for
after
every
the agile,
purchases.
and after that the accelerated. Okay.
So
So
hence,
for the
what
SAP,
that
we are using third one,
shopkeeper
that is the
will do,
accelerated.
he
Okay,
will
but
give the
we need to
requirement
discuss
to
all
the
three.
department,
First one is
purchasing
the waterfall,
department
and
or the
after
shop
that agile,
owner,
and after that
whatever you can
accelerated SAP.
understand.
Okay.
So,
So in current
in order
scenario,
to
we are
get
using third
the
one, that is the accelerated.
acknowledgements,
So any idea
approvals,
about the waterfall,
so
agile? Any idea,
are you getting?
Yes. Yes.
ma'am,
No,
sir?
sir.
So now what shopkeeper
Okay,
will
no
do?
issue. Ma'am, you have
Shopkeeper
any
will
idea?
tell the shop
What is the
owner that
waterfall
we
methodology? What
have
is the
received this requirement from one
agile?
of the customer.
Any idea?
After analyzing with the customer vendor's quotations, we notice that this vendor will be the
Hello.
best
No,
fit
Yeah,
sir.
ma'am.
for this
No, okay. Okay, no issue.
requirement fulfillment.
Uh,
So hence,
basically,
we will select
one
this
and three,
vendor
one
for
and two is
this
basically part of the project management.
procurement for
Maybe
fulfillment.
if you in
So I
MBA,
request
so
you
in
to
MBA
please
we
check and
generally
approve the
learn
same.
the what is the methodologies
Okay.
for the implementation.
We
Yes.
will
Okay,
give
so no issue. I'm
acknowledgement
describing,
letter
just taking some
to the purchasing department.
basics
Purchasing
examples.
the
Yeah.
department will check the acknowledgement letter which is
So
sent by the shopkeeper,
first one is the waterfall.
and
Okay,
if it is
waterfall is the basically
correctly
one of the popular
uh,
oldest methodology
documented,
for the SAP
then
development.
what he will do, he
Okay,
will just
so if you
approve
see
the
in
request.
layman language, waterfall methodology is basically
Okay.
suitable for
Once the
in that case,
shopkeeper
means those
gets
cases
the
in which
approval
basically
from the shop owner,
your requirement is
then
fixed. Okay,
what he will
means
do,
your
he will
requirement is
convert
fixed and you need to work
purchase
for the your fixed
requisition
requirement.
to the
Okay, means
purchase order.
your requirement is
Purchase
not
order
going
is
to
nothing
change
but
in the future. Okay, means your
sending the
requirement is
official
fixed to
notice to
fixed.
the
Okay,
vendor.
and
Vendor is
according to
nothing
your
but third
requirement,
party.
you need to just do the activity.
Once he has
Okay.
received the
For
permission from
example,
the purchasing
I'm taking just
department,
a
he will
basic example.
send one
For example, you
official
are a
notice
constructor,
to the third
okay,
party, to
and
the
the
supplier,
requirement of the
that we
applicant
need
is
this as
construction of
discussed
two
through
flats,
phone
okay.
call
So
or any
at the
conversation
start
through
of
Teams or anything.
your project, you have
So
basically
we
clarity.
already
Means
noticed know
you
that
need to
we
just
need this
construct only
requirement.
two flats,
So
okay.
now we have
Means your
officially
requirement
received the
is
confirmation
fixed,
from our
okay.
purchasing
So
department as
in
well.
waterfall, the
So
requirement is
hence,
fixed,
on
and according to your
handovering
requirement, you
my
need to
purchase
design,
order
implement,
to
test,
your
and deployment
premises.
of the software. Okay.
Once the order gets completed, that is, once the
In Agile,
production gets completed,
basically
please keep us
requirement is
posted.
fixed, but you
Your
need to
voice is not
change. Means
getting
you are able to change
Sorry.
clearly.
maybe any
Your voice is
after the
not
taking
getting clearly.
input and after taking some
Now I'm
observation
audible.
from the applicant, you
Yes,
are
yes.
able to change. Okay. For
So
example,
until
uh,
which point you
your
understood?
requirement is construction of two flats only, okay,
Vendor
but
selection as
during the
a
construction you
raise
received some
purchase
inputs from the
calling now. That
applicant,
Raise
and after
purchase
that you are
requisition
able
to
to construct
purchasing organization.
maybe three
Till
flats,
this you
okay.
understood, right?
So initially your requirement is
yes,
fixed,
yes.
means
Fourth point you
project
understood,
requirement
right?
is fixed, but later on, as per the input and observation from the
Or do you
applicant,
have any
the
questions
requirement
in
is
fourth
changed,
point?
okay.
No,
So
no.
the basic difference in agile and
Fourth point
waterfall
understood?
is basically,
Yes, yes.
in agile waterfall
So
the
in
requirement is
fourth
fixed at the
point,
initial of the
what
project, but
shopkeeper will
in
do?
agile the
Shopkeeper
requirement
will
may be changed
send one
during
of
the
the letter to
development,
purchasing
okay.
department
Yeah.
Yes.
saying that
So hope
we
water
have the
difference between
requirement from the
waterfall
customer,
and agile is
and
clear to
also
you.
by
The basic
analyzing the
function is
vendor
same, okay,
quotations and
but
all,
in
we
agile basically
selected
we
one
are
of the
doing
vendor
just
names
a
which
basically
different
a
vendors.
feedback mechanism,
Yes.
okay. Means we
So
are working
now
on a feedback.
we need the
I'm
we
taking
need
one
the
more example,
approval from your
like you
department
are a
in
software
order to
developer, okay.
place
So
the production request.
in
Yes.
waterfall case,
Are you getting?
Yes, yes.
waterfall case, your
So
requirement
once
means
the shop
the
owner
requirement
or
from the
purchase
applicant side is
department
fixed. You need to develop
approves
a
the
software in which you
request
need to
that has been raised by
uh,
the shopkeeper,
accommodate five
now
functions, okay.
what shopkeeper will do?
Five
Shopkeeper
functions. The requirement
will
is development of the five functions.
Raise the
convert
The
the
purchase order.
request
requirement
to purchase order.
Oh,
Okay.
requirement is
so
In
purchase
fifth
development
order.
of
point,
five
the
functions in
purchase
a
requisition
software.
which has been sent to purchase department will be converted into purchase order.
Okay. So you need to
Okay.
just do your work
What do
according
you
to
mean
this
by purchase
requirement.
order?
Okay, because you know the
Purchase
requirement
order
is
is a
fixed. Okay,
official confirmation or paper in
that is the
order
work.
to start
Okay,
this production.
and I'm taking example.
Are you getting?
Means initially the requirement is for the five functions.
Are you
Okay,
understanding my thought?
and after that
Yes, yes.
maybe some input
Purchase
received
order
from
is
the
nothing but
applicant, or
it is
maybe
the official
sub
confirmation
observation,
which
you
has
need
been
to
sent
just
by
add or delete
company
one function.
to the
Maybe
third
the
party
function increase
for
to six.
providing
Okay,
the
initially the
services
function
or
is
providing the
five,
goods
but
which has been
during the
requested by
development
company.
of the business blueprint,
Okay.
the function is
Okay.
basically
So
increased from
now
5 to
what
6.
shopkeeper
Okay.
has done? Shopkeeper has hand over
Okay.
the product
So
purchase
if
order
you
to
see,
vendor.
initially your requirement is
So
fixed, but
now
later on
the
it
request
changed
has
to
been
6.
sent to
Okay, that
vendor
is the answer.
for producing the
So the
chemicals
basic
that
difference is
we have the
basically
requirement.
in waterfall and agile.
Okay.
In waterfall,
So now what vendor
requirement
will do?
is fixed,
He will produce the
but in agile,
chemicals
basically
and he
you,
will send
as per the
to the
uh,
company
organization conditions or maybe
or shop.
scenarios, you need to just
Okay.
do the some changes as per
So
the
now what
requirement.
happened?
Okay.
Vendor has already
And third one
produced
is the
the goods
basically
and he has
yes,
sent the goods to
that is the
company or
basically
shop.
accelerated SAP
So now
methodology. This is
once
only
the
applicable for
goods
the
has
SAP,
been received by the vendor, the
only
shopkeeper what he
applicable
will do?
for the
He will just
SAP.
Speech income.
Okay, I will
sorry,
use it work.
Okay.
Okay, but you can
your
implement
voice is
waterfall
not
and agile
genuine.
also for the SAP, but
Your
SAP
voice
is only
also.
applicable for the SAP. You can not apply able to apply
Vikas, I am
accelerated SAP
audible
for the
for you.
other software development. Okay,
No.
like maybe Java, maybe any Android app. Okay, you cannot. Okay, but
Hi Vikas.
waterfall and agile is also applicable for the SAP. You can take the decision according to the requirement. Okay, but
So
Accelerated
I'm
SAP is
audible now.
dedicated only for the SAP.
Yes, yes.
So I think your voice is
So
completely
if
too
you
low.
see, basically accelerated SAP methodology is basically divided into five phases. Okay, first phase is basically project preparation.
Seekhoge.
Okay, in project
I'm
preparation, you
hearing
need to understand the
voice completely
requirement of
broken.
the
I'm hearing
applicant,
completely
means organization, and also in parallel, you need to also reconcile your
Business
resource
problem
availability
reports.
for the project.
okay.
Okay,
Is it
maybe
fine?
in some
Are
condition
you
you are
able to
able to
hear my
understand
voice?
the requirement of
Yes,
the
yes.
It's
applicant
clear?
or organization,
Yes.
but you have not
Or any low
sufficient
voice you are
resources to
hearing?
No, no.
complete this project.
Okay,
Okay,
fine,
so in
fine,
parallel
fine.
you also
So
need
let
to
me
reconcile
just
or
reshare my
check the your
screen.
resources, maybe
Okay,
manpower
so
or
let me
maybe
share the screen again.
any
Yes.
assets, IT assets, etc. Okay, so in project preparation, first you need to understand the
Is my
requirement of
screen
the
visible?
client as well as
Yes, yes.
and check
Yeah.
the your resource available.
So what I'm telling
That is the
is,
first phase. That is the project preparation.
vendor has produced the goods.
And after that, second
Post
part,
shop.
that is the
Sorry.
business blueprint. Okay,
Yes,
so
vendor
in
gives
business blueprint,
goods
you
to
need to
shopkeeper.
first understand
Yeah,
the
shopkeeper.
organization
So shopkeeper, what he will do?
process.
He
Okay,
will
and after that, you
check
need
the
to
goods quality.
Yes.
prepare a
If the
business
good
blueprint
quality
according
of
to
the
the
goods
SAP.
is correctly
Okay, SAP business
given or
process.
not.
Okay, maybe
So
they are
whatever
using
the
some
customer order 10,
business
10
process,
20 things,
maybe
right?
for the maintenance
All 10
activity
maintenance is
without
doing
SAP. Okay,
correctly or
so
not.
first you need to
He will check
understand
everything as
existing
per the
business process.
customer's
Okay,
requirement.
and according to
Yes.
uh,
Once he is
existing
satisfied,
business process, you need to prepare
then
or develop a
what he
business
will do,
process
he will send a
maybe
goods
applicable
receipt
for
to
the
the
SAP.
vendor.
Okay, and after that,
Okay.
development of the
So
business blueprint,
goods receipt is nothing
you
but
need to just
just
discuss
saying
the business blueprint
that
with
I
the
have
client.
already received
Okay,
your
maybe they have some feedback
product.
and
So it is
observation,
already
etc. Okay,
done the
so
quality
after
check as well.
preparation of the business
Quality check
blueprint,
is also passed.
you need to
So
start the
now you
realization.
can release the bill.
Realization is
Okay.
basically
So now vendor what he will do? Once he receives the goods
customization of
receipt from the
some
company,
fields,
he will release the
okay,
bill.
which is
Bill
basically
is nothing
required to
but
implement
invoice.
the SAP plant maintenance as well as
So
designing
now
of the
what
business
happens?
process. Okay,
Shopkeeper has the product stock,
okay,
and
according to the
also vendor
basically business
released the bill
blueprint, which
to
is basically
shopkeeper
developed in
as well.
the phase two. Okay,
The
and
shopkeeper what he needs to do
after
now?
that, you
He
need
needs
to
to contact the customer.
prepare check the
He needs
your
to
development,
sell
that
the
is the final
product.
preparation, means you
Once
need
he
to check
receives the
the your
money from the
business blueprint, which is
customer,
basically
he will
developing the SAP is
complete
working
or he
properly or
will
not,
give the
etc.
care
Means
that needs to
okay.
be given to the
So
vendor.
phase four is the basically final preparation. Okay, and after that,
Fine.
five phase. In
So
five
at
fifth
ninth
phase,
point,
basically you need to
shopkeeper
just
will clear
give
the
your system
payment
to the
to the vendor.
organization, and after that you need to provide the support on the daily basis.
Okay.
Okay, means if they are facing some issue
Did you get the
during the business process
cycle
or
steps
during the customization, you need to
Yes,
provide the
yes.
support.
from requirement
Okay,
till
so
invoice receipt?
Yes.
five phases is
Any
clear to you,
questions?
ma'am and sir?
No, no.
May I repeat?
Okay.
You want?
Then it comes the main step. It
Oh,
is
my sir, it's clear.
Okay.
that
Later
is
on, I will share
organization.
this Excel also means both
This
of
is
you.
one of the important steps. Okay.
If they will create means in our WhatsApp group, I will share this uh, document. Okay.
So
Okay,
SAP organizational structure.
Ma'am, you have any doubt in this
Consider
accelerated SAP
any
methodology?
company is implementing or installing
Hello.
SAP for the first time. Okay.
Okay. No issue.
What they will do?
Your voice is not clear.
So
So if you see, sir,
if you
basically
can hear me,
accelerated SAP methodology is basically divided into five phases. Okay.
are you able to hear me?
In first phase, you need to
Your voice is
do
breaking.
the project preparation, and after that business blueprint, and after that realization,
I
and
think
after
there
that
is
final preparation,
signal
and then
glitch.
go live and support. Okay, yeah. And
Let me know if
please
you can.
note, accelerated SAP methodology is only applicable for the SAP only. Okay. So if you see, majorly three type of the
Hello.
implementation methodologies
Yes.
is applicable for the
Are you
SAP.
able to
One is
hear
the
me?
waterfall, and
Yes.
after the agile.
It's
Waterfall
fine.
and agile is
Yes.
basically old conventional methodology, which is basically already we are using and also
Can I
applicable
continue?
for the other software.
Yes.
Okay,
Continue.
Okay.
and third one
Thank
is
you.
basically
So
accelerated SAP.
consider one of the company
which is
is
basically
going to
dedicated for the
install
SAP.
or implement SAP for the first time.
Okay.
And in waterfall,
What
the
they will do?
requirement is fixed, and in agile, you can do the some changes as per the requirement of the client during the
Yeah.
business blueprint preparation. And third one is the basically accelerated SAP methodology.
Sorry,
In
Janavi, I
accelerated
can't hear
SAP
your
methodology,
voice
we are
clearly.
working uh, for the implementation of the SAP in five phases. One
Okay.
first phase is the project preparation, second is the business blueprint, third is the basically realization, fourth one is the final
I
preparation, and
think can
after
you
that
just
go live.
disconnect and connect once again
Okay.
because there is a signal problem.
Yes.
So I'm coming to our core agenda, that is the basically syllabus part. So first we need to understand the what is the syllabus part, okay, and after that we will start the session in this class or maybe in next class. Okay.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi, Babu. Yeah, I'm fine.
Hi. Sir, I'm the part of the Javelin team,
Okay.
and she is my candidate only. Actually, I think she joined
Hello.
again. Yes.
Yes, yes, because she is
Hello.
facing a network
Yes, sir.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No
So
problem, sir. You continue.
That's fine.
basically
Yeah.
in our class we are going to cover our syllabus into
Janavi,
majorly
is it
into
fine
two parts.
now?
Okay. Yes.
Yes,
After
yes.
this I will
It's
share
fine
the
now.
syllabus also
Yeah,
in my
even
on
I
my
can
screen.
hear
Okay.
the voice of you
So
very
in
much
first
clear.
part, we need to
Okay.
do some customization.
Fine.
Okay.
Let us
So
continue.
first we need to
Okay.
understand what is the
So,
customization.
what I am
Okay.
asking is
And
if any company
after
is considered,
completion
they are
of the
implementing the
customization,
SAP for the first
okay,
time,
we need to
Okay.
design
what
or
they will do?
perform
What are
business
the
process
steps they will
to
take?
perform the maintenance
As
activity
a
in
SAP,
the plant maintenance. Okay.
I don't
Uh,
So
understand.
Consider you own one of the
I'm taking
company.
example.
Okay.
Okay. Like
Now your company
I
needs
I
SAP
have a new
software.
mobile phone. Okay,
Okay.
means
What
just
you
a
will
new
do?
mobile phone. Okay, so to use my
In my
mobile phone,
company,
I
as
need to do
a
some customization.
SAP software is there.
Okay, means I need to insert my
No, in
email
your
ID.
company
I
there is
need to
you are using
give
some
some
different
pin.
software
I
now,
need to just
but
Okay.
enter the
you need SAP software
some
to be installed now.
ringtone and
Okay.
some
So to get it
message
installed, what you
preferences,
need to do
etc.
now?
Okay,
What you will do?
so after that,
I
I am
want to
able to use my
contact with
mobile phone according to
SAP,
the my requirement. Okay, otherwise I am not able to
SAP
use my
company
mobile
and
phone to the according to the my requirement.
install.
Okay, so that is the
Yes, that is
customization.
what.
Okay,
Okay, so
in the
what you will
same
do? You will
pattern,
just
basically
contact one
SAP
of
is
the
a
SAP
basically
dealer
scratch software.
Yes.
like Accenture, Wipro, Infosys, or anybody.
Okay.
So they are the master of SAP dealers. Okay,
Yes.
so they will implement the SAP for companies.
Okay, SAP is a
Okay.
basically
So
scratch
what
software.
you will do?
Okay,
You will
for
just
example, you
contact
are
one of
going
the
to implement SAP
persons,
PM for the
and
Okay.
ITC or
then
maybe
you will
Vedanta.
just
So
give
SAP
your
is already a
requirement
scratch software. So
Yes.
that in my
to
company we are using
understand the requirement of
this
the ITC
ERP
or
now, this
Vedanta or
tool
maybe
now
XYZ company,
for
you
Okay.
our
need to do
business.
some
So now
customizations.
we are
Okay,
planning to
otherwise you are not
implement
able to
SAP
perform your
in our company. Can you
business
Yes.
please
process.
help me
Okay,
to install that?
so
Yes.
So
first
you
you
will
need to design
give your
some
requirement to one of the SAP dealers.
fields.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
like a company
they will come
name,
to your
plant, work center,
company
equipment
and they will just
data,
discuss with
material
you, right?
data, etc.
Yes.
Okay, which
So
is basically
once you
you are
have
going
given
to
your
use
requirement
in
to
your
SAP
business
dealer,
process.
SAP
Okay,
Yeah.
dealers what they will
so
do? They
in
will
first
come
part
to your
basically we will do
company
the
and they will
And
customization.
just
Okay,
discuss
means
with
a
you.
set of fields
yes.
customization. Okay,
Yeah,
and
you are
after that
just
we
telling
will
something,
start the
right?
business process.
Ah, no, no.
Okay,
Tell that.
so in our class
So if you have
basically
any
we are
questions, you
not
can ask.
going to use
No, no. I
any
don't have anything.
pre-created value. Okay,
Okay,
we are going
fine.
to create each and
So
every
now
value
what
means
they will ask?
fresh.
They
Okay,
will
just
ask
like
for
a
these details,
virtual
these six
implementation. Okay,
details.
I will show
Okay.
you how
Okay,
we we will do.
this is
Okay,
called
and
as
after
the
that we will
structure of a company.
create number of
Okay.
business process by
If
using
anybody
our
asks what is the structure
customization.
of a
Okay,
company, then you
so
need to
just
Okay.
give me
tell
sir
these
5
six
seconds. I'm
steps.
sharing the syllabus part,
Okay.
and after that I
This
think
we will call
you
it as
will get
organizational
clarity.
structure.
Okay.
Okay.
The first step is company. Company is
Company.
nothing but the name of the company.
Okay.
Here, for example, I'm just considering the Reliance.
Reliance.
So consider, for example, let me know. Let me just reframe the company name. So let me know what is your company name.
Okay. So if you see, sir,
DMart.
basically
DMart.
second and third
Yes.
part is the basically
Okay. So here
core
under DMart,
customization.
what are
Okay,
all the
means
things
we
that you
need
are
to just
doing?
do the
So for
some
example,
customization.
the
Okay,
company
which is
name is
basically
DMart. Okay.
required to
Yes.
perform our business process.
So you
Okay,
are
like
into which all
company,
markets?
company code,
So you
plant,
are into
purchase
the apparel
organization,
market
storage
or
location,
clothes
etc. First, we need
clothes
to
market or grocery market
customize these
or
values. Okay,
petroleum market,
and in
mobile
second
network
part, we need
market.
to customize the
So
PM master data like
there
equipment
are
data,
different
equipment
kinds of
task list,
markets, right?
measuring point,
Yes.
So
maintenance planning
likewise, you
strategy,
need to also
cycle set,
define the
etc.
company codes.
Okay,
So now the
Okay.
and
company code is
after
DMART.
completion of second
Okay.
and
Company
third
code
part,
is nothing but company is
majorly
DMART. Company codes is
customization
Okay.
part,
nothing but
we will
it
start
is
the
a
business process.
subdivision
Okay,
of the company
that is the fifth part.
Okay.
where
Okay,
you can
so
just
in fifth part, we
define
will
the
do the different type of maintenance
uh,
activity
uh,
like a corrective
what I can
breakdown, how
tell
to
the
create
structure
the
of the company,
orders,
whether
maintenance order,
you are
preventive
into the apparel
maintenance,
market,
maintenance planning,
market structure,
refurbishment process,
whether you
etc.
are into
via
the
using
petroleum
our
market,
created
whether
values. Okay,
you
which
are
is
into the
basically part of
grocery
the
market. You need to tell
second and
the
third.
structure of your
Okay.
company,
Yeah.
Okay.
market structure. So
Okay,
likewise,
we will
so
basically
now you
create a
have
virtual
told the
scenario
company
like
name is
we will
DMart.
take a company
Yes.
like on
Company
your
codes
name
also
or
you need
maybe
to tell.
some other
So
name.
you are
Okay,
into
as per
which
the your
market
choice,
now?
and
You are into
according to the
petroleum
your company
market
name, we
or
will
grocery
create the
market
values there.
or both?
Okay, like your company name, company code name, your plant
Grocery
name,
market.
etc. And after that,
Grocery,
we will
right?
Yes.
do the business process. Okay, like corrective
So
maintenance for
likewise,
the your
so the
company,
main
breakdown
company
maintenance
is
for your
DMart.
company. Okay,
Yes.
and
Company
after
code
that,
is nothing but
in
the
sixth part,
market
basically
Grocery.
we
structure.
will discuss the some
Okay.
integration part. That is a
So
PMM,
what
PM,
in which market you
PS,
are
PM,
actually
FICO,
dealing with?
etc. Okay,
You are dealing
and
with the
after the
groceries
seventh
or you
point
are dealing with the
means not
petroleum
mandatory. If
or
you
you are
want, we
dealing
can
with
do.
the
That is a
mobiles
basically some
or you are
set of
dealing with the
questions
mobile
also for our
signals
class and some
like
Okay.
Airtel,
tips for the
Vodafone,
SAP
Jio or
users. Okay.
anything, or you are dealing
Okay.
with the
So
petroleums, gold,
if
silver,
you see,
jewelers.
basically we
You
need
need
to
to define
do two
your
part. One is
market
the basically
structure
customization,
first.
second and third
Okay.
Okay, that will be
points.
done in company
Okay,
codes.
and after that we need to design the business process,
Okay,
basically part of the file. Okay, and after completion of
fine.
this course means we are
Yes. Yes.
going to already told to
So
you
now the
we are
plant.
going to create a virtual
The
scenario.
plant,
Okay,
you know
so
what do you
in
mean by
after
plant?
that you are able to perform
Plant
the
is nothing but
customizations
where
or
the
maybe implementation
manufacturing
in
takes
any
place
organization. Okay, this is
Okay.
a hands-on
or
training.
where the
Okay, means in our
packaging
class
of the goods
we will do
because you are
the
into the
every
groceries,
each and
right?
every customization
Yes.
So your market structure of
practically.
the
Okay, we
DMart
are
is
not
into the
going to use
groceries.
any pre-created
Yes.
value.
If it
Okay,
is in
except
groceries, then the
any
packing of the
extreme
goods should
requirement.
happen, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
If you are into the textiles, then the textile needs to be produced, stitched.
So if you see, sir, basically
Yes.
If you
syllabus
are
is
into the
majorly divided
petroleum,
into two
then
parts. One
petroleum
is the
should be
customization.
given in the
Okay,
pipelines.
means
Yes.
we need to
If you are into
customize some
the
values.
mobile
Okay,
networks, then
because SAP is
it is
in
completely
stress. So
different.
first we need
Where
to
the
customize some
uh,
values
you
according to
need
the
to
company.
install the
Okay,
cables
means
and
for
you
which
need to
company we
send
are
the
going to implement the
signals.
SAP. Okay,
Likewise.
so
So
accordingly we
this is
need to
all
define some
different
values
examples of
according to the
plants.
company.
Yes.
Okay, like
So now you are
maybe
into the
our company
grocery
name is
market.
ITC, maybe our
You
company
can
name
just
is Indian
consider the
Oil, maybe our
plant is
company is
where the
basically
packing of the
Britannia.
goods
Okay, so
takes
we
place.
need to customize the value, and
Okay.
after that, SAP is
Okay.
able to
Consider the
recognize your
plant
need.
name. You
Okay,
can just
and
define
after that, you
what
need
will
to
be your
perform the
plant name.
business process. Okay,
Grocery packing.
so
So
Vikas sir, hello.
I can just tell GP, G packing.
Okay.
So G packing is nothing
Vikas sir,
but
I am audible
the
to you.
name of your plant where the packing of the groceries takes place for DMart company.
Yes.
Hello,
You are getting
Yes. Yes.
G packing is the
Vikas sir,
name
I am
of the
audible to you.
plant where the packings of groceries will takes place for the DMart company.
Okay.
So now, what happens in plant? The packages are ready. The packages they are already preparing the packaging.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Now they need to store in some of the warehouses, right?
Yes.
Warehouse is nothing but godowns.
Okay.
Once they pack the goods, they need to store it somewhere.
Yes.
For example, if they are taking the rice, they need to
Yes.
store only the rice packs in one
Yes.
Hello.
cabin. If they are
Yes.
taking for any dals, they need to
Yes.
Yeah,
store the
Praveen sir,
dal
just
in
give
only
me one
one
minute.
cabin
Yes.
in order to identify the materials very easily. If you
Yes.
mess up all things, what you do, if any dal, if you require dal, but if you
Yes.
mix all together, then it will be very much difficult to find out the dal in complete mess up of goods, right?
Yes.
Hence, what they will do, they will just separate the materials according to the cabin wise in order
Yes.
to supply easily.
Yes.
Likewise, uh, storage location. The fourth point is storage location.
Okay.
Storage location